Hi, it's Andy from Pure Honey. Today we're just going to look through every single hive, see how they're all doing. So we've got the nuke nearest us. That was a split off the breeder queen that we accidentally got. So we've got an F1 book fast queen in there. She's doing really well. It won't be long before they're going to have to get into a full-size hive. Hive behind that, that's the one we just re-queened with Black Mountain's F1 book fast queen. So she should have some nice cat brood in there. We'll have a look at how she's doing. Green behind that, that was the original nuke that we bought, an overwintered nuke. That was the breeder queen, but obviously he came and picked that up. We re-queened that. That is coming on really nice and strong. And then we've got a hive on the table with a suspected chronic bee paralysis. So it'd be good to have a bit of footage of that so people can see what it might look like and see what we can do. Right, it's enough of me waffling on. I'll get my hood up and we'll have a look in. Right, so this is a little new. This is one of the first splits we did of the season. Again, it was off the breeder queen colony. Obviously need to frame the eggs, might as well do. They were free. And yeah, hived it. So we'll have a look in, see how well they're doing. See if we can do this one-handed. A few bees up in the feeder. Nice. She's not upstairs. I'll just pop that down there. Lovely. Getting there. Nearly on all frames. I think I've drawn out quite a bit actually, because I think there was quite a bit of foundation in here. We'll get a couple of frames out so we can get some room and we'll work through it. Right, second frame out. We've got a good visual on the queen. She's laying eggs. She looks well, she looks lovely, real nice. F1 but fast that, nicely mated, nice big abdomen, that's good. We'll just check through, make sure they've got plenty of stores, make sure they've got enough. Bringing in nice amounts of pollen, nice bit of pollen there next to the queen, real nice calm bees these. Third frame in, some good cat brood. Some larvae right to the outside of varying different ages, bit of pollen in there. Not loads of nectar, which I did suspect. I did feed this a little colony a few days ago because we've had such bad weather here, they've just not been able to get out. So to be fair, I've pretty much seen everything I need to see in this colony. So I'll have a quick look through the other frames and then put it all back together. Right, well that's what I want put back together. The calmest colony. It's just amazing. It just makes you show, if you get a good quality queen, what the genetics come through like. I mean, I have a complete contrast hive that we've re-queened because it's quite hungry, which we'll be looking in. It'll be one of the last ones we'll be looking in on this video, trust me, because once you start aggravating that one, they're at you. But yeah, lovely bees. And they always line up like that at the edge, just have a nosy. Great colony. Right, put the lid on and that'll do. This one could just do with a bit of feed, but apart from that it's rapidly growing, very very close to being hived. Next one is the parent colony to that nuke that we've just checked. As you can see, real good activity. It's the 2nd of July here, first decent bit of sun we've had for a little while, so they're out and about. I suspect they might be getting a little bit lower nectar, but they were bringing it in quite well before the rain came. Right, we'll get everything off and we'll have a good look through. So we've got the super's office, we've got a little bit of honey in there, and you can see absolutely rammed. This is pretty much 90% brood. Have a good look through it, make sure I see what they're like with supplies downstairs. But real good colony this, really good colony. We'll get the queen excluder off. Make sure the queen's not on there. Nah. So just wash that off. Done there. Again, lovely bees. Ram full. Right, let's get a couple of frames out, get some room and have a good look in. First frame out, right at the end there, we've got brood we've got eggs. So they really are chock-a-blocking it. This is very much swarm prevention, this inspection for this one, because it's just imminently. There we go, that's why we do weekly inspections at the height of this season. There's a queen cell hidden away in there. Bees crawling all over it. So we'll just have to have a good look up in there and see what we've got. I've got eggs, I know I've got eggs, I've seen eggs already, so just have to make sure and do a good queen cell. I think there's another one there. So they are definitely thinking about it. Third frame in, it's a frame of fully emerged brood and she's already started laying back into it. See some eggs in there, quite difficult to get on camera. But she's definitely here still laying up. But no queen cells on this one. The other ones are just play cups, not them back. We'll have a good look through. Fourth frame in, another good frame of brood. This one, some of it's emerged, some of the drones look like they've emerged and she's laid up into the drone comb again. And get it on camera in there, some eggs down there, nice cat brood. All looks like it's going to emerge shortly. It's very sort of dark instead of quite light, so be due for emerging soon. But yeah, she's a real nice queen, this one. Another calm colony, really nice. Nice frame of larvae. See all the larvae in there, different stages. Again, another frame laid up. We've got eggs towards the outside of the frame. Lovely. On to frame 9 now. I know I skipped a few, but I don't want to give the same old. Frame 9, another fully sealed frame of brood. Freshly capped over, both sides. Cracking queen, great stuff. There you go, frame 11. It's the only frame with no eggs or anything in. They are a little bit light on stores, I think, but we're just going to come into a lovely week of weather. It's the beginning of July up here. There is quite a lot starting to flower now, so there should be a bit of a flow on. They should bring in quite a bit. There is a bit in the supers, so they should be all right. But what a colony, what a queen. Right, we'll put all these back together now, but that's quite impressive. Not seen her, but I've seen loads of eggs. I'm not too worried. It's quite tricky to see the queen with this amount of bees, even if she is marked. Yeah, I'm quite happy with the inspection. Knocked back a few play cups, no charge cells, so yeah, that extra super I put on might have just done the trick. So this is our angry hive that we requeened. Oh, well, I knew she had a good release a couple of weeks ago. I haven't been in for a couple of weeks. I knew she started laying then, so we should have some good cat brood. They've already started to come out and say hello to me, but we'll just have a quick look in and see if we got some cat brood. I'm not going to spend too long in this one, to be honest, because it is a bit crazy. So just got the supers off. Top super really quite heavy actually, so I'm quite happy they've got plenty of food. They are a little bit pesky, a few around my head, trying to sting the camera, but we'll just try and get in. You can see numbers aren't quite as much as the full size hives. We'll just try and ease this off as gentle as we can. So yeah, it's more than what I thought it was going to be fair. She's not on there. So you always got to check and just make sure your queen isn't on your queen excluder. But so far so good, but I haven't really done anything yet, so we'll see what they're going to be like. But right, put this to one side. And there we go, first brood frame out. So they're on about half of the hive really, probably enough bees to cover about 60% maybe. But that's a lovely frame of cat brood. that's one of Mr. Lawrence Edwards' F1 Buckfast Queens, UK mated one. Doing the business. That's good. That's a nice brood pattern. Right, let's just go through, see how many frames of brood we got, how much food we got, and if we see great, but not all is lost if we don't. You've got half a second to see the queen. Lovely, isn't she? So we've got 4 frames of cat brood. This is a frame of eggs. It's not even fully drawn out yet, and she's already starting to fill it with eggs. Right, that'll do. She's doing really well. We've got plenty of food. Just gonna leave her be. No pun intended. Right, that's her put back together. So we've got frame of eggs, brood, 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 brood. I've just swapped these 2 round. So we've got like a pollen and nectar mix in there. So I've just sort of put that there, encouraging just to draw that foundation out without chilling any brood. The brood's all sort of here. Right, we'll put her back together, and yeah, really impressed with her. Nice to see her, but what a trooper. 2 weeks in, 4 frames of brood. Gosh. Right, so this is the hive I suspect that's got getting quite a bit of chronic bee paralysis. I've been in, I've seen the odd shiny black one shaking about on top of the frames. I've left it a couple of weeks really just because of weather, but it'd just be interesting to see. Obviously not loads of activity really. We'll have a look in, see any way to find out in it. Right. As you can see, not a big hive at all. Just going to the queen, so just check that drone out there. Don't know, sorry, I just came off. Just check that drone there. What do you guys think to that? Is that a drone with CPBB or chronic bee paralysis? That one there doesn't look too clever. Right, we'll just get in and have a look. This was really strong colony, and I think I accidentally killed the queen on this one. So they've requeened, but this is one of our original lines. So our first hive, this is our only remaining original line of that queen, so it'd be nice to keep her. So a couple of things in this inspection: check for chronic bee paralysis and see what the new queen's laying like. Well, that answers one of our questions, technically 2. I've seen a queen, she's just disappeared around there. I think she's laying alright. That's a good frame of brood, that. Lovely frame of brood. Right, I'll just flip this over, make sure I've got eyes on it, and then just gently put this back. So yeah, queen's laying well, she looks healthy, nice long abdomen, so looks like she's mated well. A couple of frames of crap brood, so those 2 there. And that's about it really. I'm tempted to potentially put these into a nuke, but just a few dead bees at the bottom. So I don't know whether just to potentially put them into a nuke. And just get all these dead bees out. Again, you know, it's probably the same drone as before, but it's not looking too chipper. No obvious black greasy bees though. I have had them, so it's a shame I haven't got it on camera. So let's just check in front of the hive. There's quite a few dead bees down there, but because we're on a table, it's a bit difficult to tell what's gone on. Yeah, but realistically, this box is too big for them. So I'll have a think on what to do. I know, well, I've read, if you've got chronic bee paralysis, you can leave them with an open floor, so any dead bees or dying bees will fall out the bottom and can't get back up. So that's maybe another option. I don't know. leave a comment to let me know, see what you've come across, how you've dealt with it. Am I thinking along the right lines? So, but yeah, it's good that the queen's mated, but I don't want to potentially risk the hive. Just lifted the floor off, just lifted the brood box off. I'm going to empty these, but you know, we've got some not very healthy looking bees, very lethargic, dead. I mean, not loads, but, and I know they've got plenty of honey in the supers. I purposely left it on. I'm going to take all these out anyway. And put the brood box back on. Give them the reduced entrance. It's really flatten the drone. Make sure I ain't got my queen on my queen excluder. She's in there. Right, I'll have a think, but again, appreciate any comments, what you guys think. Am I worthwhile just dropping this into a nuke and do it that way? Let me know in the comments. Right, I'll put her all back together.